Oh, all right. What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Today is Monday, December 15th, 2025. Let's go ahead and just close some of this crap out. See what we can do here. Close without saving. Oh, that was nasty. We're gonna look at that. Um, all right. So yeah, what do we have on the markets today, right? So, market did gap up into the middle of this nasty candle from Friday. We did get a little leg lower, but we did defend the lows from Friday for right now. Not the best action overall. One of the things I was looking at, I'll talk about a little bit later, but yeah, I mean, this is right now. I mean, we have the EMA's back crossing down a little bit. Let's go take a look at the weekly. I mean, it is only Monday, but let's just see how the weekly look. I mean, weekly trend is still intact, right? But right now, it's just some nasty action for these last 3 weeks, really. And it's been a little difficult market in either direction, really. What in terms of movement, and I was calling it out on some of the setups I saw. Like, man, are these reversals like, or are these just like counter trends? Yeah. I mean, were they just counter trend rallies right after the prevailing downtrend, or these are just going to bear flag out, or are these going to leg higher? It was very difficult for me to kind of see between the two. I was really uncomfortable with that. But all right, yeah, that's SPY. We'll go talk about QQQ real fast. I guess some of our major indices and stuff. QQQ down 0.5%. I want to say this cracked. Yeah, this actually cracked and closed below Friday's lows as well. So you're still getting that continuation to the downside. You have those moving averages, curling down. I used to have the 5 day on here. I'm gonna bring it back up, and I'm gonna do this. I want the 5 day. Why is he doing that? Let's just go here. Um, Click on style. Do that. Make that a little bit. All right, so that's the 5 day moving average. I don't really pay attention to that, but right now we're below the 9, we're below the 5, the 9, and the 20. All right here. It's just, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, one of those sequences is that, it's not really taking out, these highs here. Um, right, not really. Why is it? Okay, not kind of like taking this, like, is this the, lower high? But then, like I said, a lot of room to make a higher low, right? I mean, we don't really, till we crack below 580, I mean, we could pull back, something like that, put in a higher low. So yeah, challenging market, I would say the least. Challenging market. What we see. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, this was something I was saying, like, man, it was bear flagging out, and now we're starting to get that continuation of this bear flag. One thing about crypto, you can say, man, crypto respects technicals a lot. And I was saying that we could roll over anywhere in this pocket. Like, there's a lot to kind of roll over. Why is it I have this highlighted? Like, we could roll over. Jesus Christ. Oh, brother. It's highlighted, but it's not showing up. Interesting. I don't get it. It's not showing up. Let me see it. Does this work? All right. Let me close. All right. Now this. God damn it, man! This thing acts so slow, bro. Like, I'm really on the verge of just selling this fucking computer, man. I don't. Some people are talking about shorting Tesla. I mean, it's nothing technical that really changed on it. Let's say it's a short. All right, we're back here. Let's see. There we go. All right, I was saying, like, we could roll over anywhere. Um, Yeah, we can roll over anywhere, but I mean, this thing is kind of playing out. I mean, really, like what you do is just watch level to level. Like, do we hold here, right? That's the sequence of this higher low from this bottom down here, in November, right? We start to crack that. Your initial thought is that we're going to test this, and then once we break that, then we got to look at other areas on the chart, where this could potentially come back into, you know, maybe back into 77 or back into like this 77 75 pocket. I don't know. All I do is read price action and go from there, right? But yeah, I mean that's the kind of the sequence you got there. Or one thing you could also do, and some people are not a big fan of this, but like you could take this two measurements, right? You could do something. I mean, it's not the cleanest probably, but like say if you had something like this, right? I mean, this is the leg down, right? We can start it from right here. Right, here's your leg down. Right, what we can do is we can take this. Right, it's not going to be the cleanest, but right, you can get a measured move from that previous leg. Right, that puts us back below 70,000. Put us back into like 60, 64, 60k. If this ends up playing out, another way you can do it is you could also take like the width of this pattern, something like that. Right, get a level. Right, it kind of puts us back here into that, back into that spot. But yeah, I don't think there's a bunch of hot setups. This Palantir was one that I was looking at. I do not like the 5 day on my charts. And I was looking at this Palantir. I mean, if this one to get back below the 50-day moving average, I wouldn't mind trying to take a stab at. Because like I said, it's really kind of vertical straight up. Alright, so if it wants to bleed through here, I think you get a nice little rollover. And I think I will kind of use Friday lows as the area, or maybe a tighter one would probably be like today's lows. If you want to kind of anticipate that type of move. But really, it's just not a lot of clean thing. I know some people are. Yeah, so like some people are thinking, I wanted to short Tesla intraday, but I wanted to short it on the break of 475, and we got that aftermarket. This is where I wanted it. I wanted it to be, but it didn't happen until 425. That's kind of what I was looking at. Let me throw this in the chat. I wanted that 475 break. Let me throw this in the chat real fast. Give me 1 second. This is what I was looking at. This 5 minute pattern. I was break below that. I mean, that's a nasty wick, but you know. Hold on, folks. Let me throw this in the chat real fast. Oh man, work is pissing me off, man. I'll tell you that. People be getting on your nerves, man. You got just stay patient, Chris. All right, just waiting on that to open up. So while that opens up, we'll just look at some other stuff. I mean, yeah, Bitcoin, Ethereum, kind of cracking lower too, down 4%. Um, yeah, I mean, RSP was gold. So I mean, this probably your grandpop stocks that look well. But this basket right here, and I'll go over like the trade I took today. I took GEV. I did get stopped out on that GEV trade. It was working. And I wish I was thinking about pulling some off, but I was thinking bigger picture. Um, let me just throw this in the chat real fast. All right, let that pop up. All right, I'm out of this. Exit that. Let's just go to quit. All right, back, folks. I'm back. Well, it's just me here, so I'm talking to myself, but that's fine. I don't care. All right, let's go back to the daily chart. All right, but yeah, I think you know, that's talking about that. But yeah, like this basket here. Oh, let me go to GV trade real fast. I mean, I got stopped out. I had used you know, I think this is still playable, and I might take it again. I think for me, like what I was looking at was this four. I think if you turn on, if you take off pre-market, right? Maybe that's where I fucked up. I took it pre-market, but you had this nice little higher low right here. I mean lower high, and I wanted to see it get over that, and it did in pre-market. Unfortunately, you know what I did was I did take it over on pre-market. Let's go right here real fast. And I snagged some shares over pre-market. Think it was had to be this candle here, right? This is the hourly candle, right? So this is 9. This is 10. Yeah, I did snag it. Um, Man, where did I snag it at? I grabbed it pre-market. Man, I put my stop right below this candle here. I know that was my stop. It was like 679 was my stop, and I bought it over this candle. So I gave it some room. We got a nice push up right into like 90. Damn, we got into like 95. I don't remember getting 94, 95. I took it off my screen. I know that. I took it off my screen, and it was a night. Damn, it did hit that. Oh no. How the fuck did I not see that? Yeah, I mean it wicked off of there. So I mean that happened really fast. Maybe that's why. Um, but yeah, but I did end up getting stopped out. It just nothing really happened on it for the rest of the day, honestly. You know, at this point, you know, I'll probably give it some more time. Let this kind of build out, right? Again, it can trade sideways. It can pull back into the EMAs. It can do a lot of things. But yeah, but and I wasn't too comfortable in it. Like when I seen this basket getting slapped, like you had Cypher Mining down 13% today. Just a lot of nasty continuation to the downside. That was their fucking shirt right there. You know, B kind of continuation 5%. You know, NO Data, Poet, you know, OKLO, APLD got absolutely crushed today. And that's the thing. You know, people wanted to play this back to the upside, but man, like this right here looks so nasty. Like if you're not in here, you're trying to play that second leg. Like that second leg is so much difficult. Like this is difficult to buy it here, but it's less riskier. I wouldn't say it's less risky. It all depends on your risk. But like this right here just gets much harder. You had Irene down, no, fucking crazy today. It's still going after market. Um, you know, CoreWeave, NBIS, no, a lot of nasty things. You know, one thing is this SNDK kind of slowed up a little bit. They usually have 11% ATR. I only moved 2% today. So this I mean it finished towards the lows though. Don't really see a setup to take again. Maybe you get a bounce here at the 50. It hasn't touched the 50 yet. So, see how it reacts at the 50. You might can get a nice little trade on there off the 50. But yeah, I mean this basket was absolutely obliterated. You know, again, you know, a lot of things that were looking good, and I was saying this. I was like, man, these are these flags like this right here? Was this the flag that people were looking at? I know I was talking about it. Right, that's a flag. At the same time, man, it's looks like a fucking bear flag, right? And that's the problem I had with a lot of these looks. So, yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. For me, I was green on the day, slightly. My trade came from ASTS. I was able to get ASTS. I got the ASTS near VWAP. I think it was this little leg right here I got. It was real early in the session. I had a good chunk of shares. Got a nice move down. That kind of made my day for today. Yeah, finish at the lows. Jesus Christ, look at that. Right at 230. It just goes. I never got alert on this. I just did it break? I had alert on this. Okay, sorry, alert there. But yeah, man. I mean, that's that. There's not really much else to talk about. I think we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. And like here's the stocks I was watching. As you can see, most of them are fucking red. So and they just got absolutely just crushed today. So that was the big issue I had with a lot of these setups. They look okay, like they look good, but at the same time, it's like, man, Jesus Christ, they look at Rich Tech, like that look good. Like this day right here look good. Then you get that day here, this stuff, and it, again when flags stop breaking out and they start to fake out and break down, You know, you got to keep that in mind. So, but all right, folks, man, that's all for me today, man. Peace. God bless.